Hey there, welcome to TGM's Legal Nuggets, where knowledge meets inspiration. If you're looking for insightful content that informs, empowers, and transforms, this is the place to be. Don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button now and turn on notifications. Join the community and let us grow together. See you inside. Hello there, welcome again to TGM's Legal Nuggets. So before we go over to today's business, we want to sincerely appreciate each and every one of you for the good work, for engaging with our content, for subscribing to our YouTube channel, Soteria-Television, for following us on Facebook, TGM Amwero Esquire, also on TikTok, TGM Amwero Esquire, and on Instagram, Soteria_TV. We really want to appreciate you for engaging with us, for liking, sharing, commenting, and doing all you do. Keep the good work, keep engaging with us, keep adding to the discourse so that we can keep educating and unraveling, the law with respect to societal issues. So today we want to consider a topic as part of a continuation of our financial crimes series, and we'll be considering the topic forgery and counterfeiting, Nigeria's hidden billion naira crime network. Of course, counterfeiting and forgery is a big business in Nigeria, and only a few people tend to know about it. So today we want to see what we can unpack with respect to this topic. Now, to begin with, of course, I would like to tell you a story. So I just want you to picture a senior management official or a senior government official who signs a multi-billion naira contract for a road construction with forged documents. The signatures actually match, the letterhead looks very official, and even the approval stamps bear uncanny accuracy. Man, you can begin to rack your brain now. Now, fast forward to 3 years later, and the road has vanished. It wasn't done. Only on paper did it exist. That's welcome to the world of forgery and counterfeiting in Nigeria. Yes, now that's a place where ink, paper, and digital manipulation destroy economies. Now, you wouldn't know, but of course, this, go on virtually every time in Nigeria. So yes, now in this legal nugget, we hope to dive deep into how forgery and counterfeiting operates as financial crimes, citing real Nigerian cases, the laws involved, and their devastating consequences on the economy and national trust. Yes, you got me right. So based on the matter now, today, okay, but we define Wetin be forgery and counterfeiting, because we know go fit say we won't talk about all this topic where we know Wetin we dey talk about. So now, Wetin be forgery? Okay, now simply put, forgery is the false making or material alteration of a legal instrument with the intention to defraud. Now, it involves fabricating, altering, signing, or using false documents to gain undue advantage. So when you get a particular original document and then you go change something substantial for inside that original document, or you make another one will be like that original one, or you change signature, or you go sign person signature wey suppose sign that signature inside, then the thing will make you change all those things, or will make you make another one now based on say you want use them take defraud, take deceive, take gain advantage over another set of person or another person, so that you go fit get some benefit for yourself. Now that one now we they say name be forgery. So now wetin come be counterfeiting? Because counterfeiting and forgery, them two almost be like the same thing, but small difference there inside. So now counterfeiting, for the other hand, now be say this one relates primarily to say you dey imitate a particular country currency, their money, you dey imitate them. Then you see documents too, security documents, official documents too of a particular country or institution or organization, you can imitate them. Or you know those stamp where be say companies take they identify themselves, when them take the stamp their document to show say the document they official, you go imitate them. Then you come go do, maybe somebody they sell goods, make a product, then you can go make the same kind of product, like say now that one be the original, that one too now counterfeiting. But all this one, the aim will make you they do all these things now to make sure say you defraud other people, to make sure say you deceive other people, so that you go fit get something for your own personal use. Now that one now we they say be counterfeiting. So now if you can look for inside Nigeria like this, are there laws that regulate forgery and counterfeiting? Of course, there are so many laws that regulate forgery and counterfeiting in Nigeria. Like in my local parlance, then go say SEA. That is, there are lots of laws. So now, what are some of these laws that regulate counterfeiting and forgery in Nigeria? Oh, predominant of all, like we always say, like you know, we've said in other videos, we have the penal code and the criminal code, the penal code law and the criminal code law in the various states. And then we also have the Counterfeit Currency Special Provisions Act, that one specifically for counterfeiting. And then we have the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Establishment Act, that one self did there. Then we get the Advance Fee Fraud and Other Fraud Related Offences Act. And then we have the Cyber Crimes Prohibition, Prevention, etc. Act. Now, in order for you to fight against, you know, counterfeiting, forgery and all that, then you might want to also consider laws like the Copyright Act, the Trademark you know, act, and you know, such other related acts. Now those ones self they there where they help people to fight against anti-counterfeiting for inside Nigeria. Yes, of course. So far so good. So now if you come see somebody will be say they do counterfeiting or forgery, will it be some of the things where be say them they do, where be say you feel see, and then you go feel identify say within this person they do now forgery or counterfeiting now they do? Because if you look Nigeria now, a lot of fake naira notes they out there, and these people where they do this thing, so then they use some channels take they put these fake notes into the public. Those will be say they forge documents, you know, then they use some particular channels to take they put all these things for inside the public, so that the public no go suspect say this thing they forged or this thing are counterfeit. So what will be some of the actionable steps of how forgery and counterfeiting they go on for inside Nigeria? Now, number one thing where you go note be say we they get digital forgeries. Wetin dem they call digital forgeries. That one now for inside computer, now them they use take they do this forgery. In fact, once they use computer design and finish, you go come think say this thing self now very original. Now how them they do them they use Photoshop or CorelDRAW. Photoshop now that's application or tool or software for inside computer will be say if you take join many pictures together, you can think say that picture now original one. Now so the thing be, you know say they don't use that in take gum join one or two. Then CorelDRAW 2 now another application will be say you fit take do graphic design. So if somebody look for example your certificate, if you use CorelDRAW take design that your certificate, the thing go come be like your real certificate. Meanwhile that thing now fake. So them they use this CorelDRAW and Photoshop to recreate government certificates. They use them do tax documents, even health medical certificates, company sales or school results. So them they use this digital forgery take they do all this thing, and the tool where them they use now that Photoshop software and CorelDRAW software. Then again, another thing where you go take note of now all those bank related forgeries. I be you think say them know they run them for bank, them they run them now. It's actually done in the bank. Now bank related forgeries. Now this is, you know, where they falsify bank statements and then the fake signatures to withdraw or transfer funds. Yes, signatures are usually falsified, and then what's it called, bank statements are usually falsified. Now we've heard stories or instances where somebody dies leaving a huge amount of money in the bank, and then when the next of kin or the person who is the beneficiary by virtue of maybe a letter of administration or will decides to go claim that money, the bank forges a bank statement and says, okay, there's no money in the bank account. We've actually seen instances like this. So things like this happen. So bank statements are usually falsified, signatures are usually faked, to withdraw funds and to prevent you from gaining access to your funds. So now that we are here, okay, stop, I beg, stop. You don't enjoy this video. I know say you don't enjoy them, you don't watch them reach here. Waiting you they wait for. Oh yeah, now click, make you share this thing now. Click, make you comment, click, make you like, then click, make you subscribe to our YouTube channel. No dull now. Contribute now, support our cause, make the ministry for move to permanent site. Okay, you don't do them now, no allow ya now, move forge ahead. So another thing where you go look out for now, counterfeit currency. Yes, I did talk am before, say a lot of fake naira notes don't dey there, particularly 500 and 1000 naira, them full out there. So now people they use advanced printer, like not be all these Shere, HP and Canon printers where you the CEO. Just want better advanced printers and color matching software take they create fake naira notes in bulk. Yes, that's in the happen now for inside this obodo Nigeria, where would even not only Nigeria self, even outside, people they use all these advanced printers and color matching software take the print money in bulk, and then them go come look for ways to circulate them into the economy, into the country. People will know go start to use the thing, so that one self did there. Then another thing where you go come look out for now, fake legal documents. This one serious. Fake legal documents. Waiting be all these fake legal documents? For example, now the deed of assignment where be say you take the buy land, where lawyer they prepare for you. Remember, say the only lawyer if prepare that thing. Anybody will tell you saying go for prepare and that person they lie for you. That one are fake. That one are forgery. Understand? That one will give you a counterfeit. So only lawyer now go fit prepare a deed of assignment for you, and now only that time you go take get legal backing for law. So when you buy land, meet a lawyer sharply. Oh yeah, no dull. So now we they get forged deeds of assignment, we they get land certificates. Say you go register for you to get governor's consent. You understand, to get your CFO and all that. We they get to those ones fake they. Then what about power of attorney, where be say somebody go donate in power for you, say okay, you take this thing, do everything where I go fit do with respect to this land, with respect to this property, with respect to these goods where I get, everything where I fit do, I they give you the power to do on my behalf. That one I be power of attorney. Say people they fake that one too. So then go come fake them so that then go gain access to the property. So when you see people they do all these things like this, just know say wahala don't they be that, forgery don't they day, counterfeiting don't they day. So now when you don't know based on the matter, share the good news, give other people, share this post, give other people, comment, subscribe and do the needful. Oh yeah, now so make we move on now. So now the next thing we want to talk about be say, for inside this Nigeria where we dey like this, say we don't see factual cases where be say them report for inside Nigeria with respect to forgery and counterfeiting. Of course now the many now and yeju now, that is the many for inside this Nigeria. So the very first one we will go talk about, now remember that Stella Odua certificate scandal now. One time aviation minister where them accuse say she go submit NYSC exemption certificate, fake one. You understand? That one that time, it be like say they don't clear her now. I know today very sure. But that time the news they everywhere say she go submit forged NYSC National Youth Service Corps exemption certificate that time. Stella Odua case did that one now one. Then again, What about our university admission racketeering? That one self dey there. Now a Lagos-based syndicate, we don't know this na syndicate. All this syndicate na people wey be say dem dey work underground. You no go know say na wetin dem dey do. Dem go tell you say dem dey give people admission. Then if you pay them money, dem go help you get admission. Blah 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 and all that. For Lagos State that time, na so dem catch one wey be say dem dey produce fake JAMB admission letters and WAEC results. You can imagine. So before somebody go tell you say you wan go this kind of business, when you know say that person, you know, he don't gain ground, he don't get everything we want, tell the machines and everything to do and make the thing dey fake. If he can do and come out, come give you can dey think say that thing na real. Yeah, you dey see am. So for Lagos that time, dem gbab those people that syndicate wey dey do this fake JAMB admission letter and WAEC results. Then again, which other one? Counterfeit Naira King for Kano for 2029. Then gbab that one. EFCC gbab the person, you understand, has a syndicate where they produce. In fact, that person produced over 300 million worth of counterfeit notes. I'm telling you, you can imagine 300 million naira counterfeit notes. We be see them they inject into the economy. This one now for Kano, now the thing for happen. You yourself, you go fear now based on the matter. See, yeah, so which other one we get here? The Nigerian customs seizure. Yes, this occurred in 2023. Counterfeit notes of over $100 bills equivalent to 1.5 million US dollars smuggled in through the semi border into Nigeria. You can imagine that. You can beat it. You know, this was what the customs seized as of 2023. And then again, we have land fraud syndicates in Abuja. Land fraud syndicate in Abuja. Multiple cases of land grabbing using forged FCDA, Federal Capital Development Agency papers and fake CFOs. Thank God the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, is doing a good job trying to clean up the system, trying to drive away land grabbers in the Federal Capital Territory. Now, all said and done, do we have like implications of forgery and counterfeiting? Yes, of course, we have legal and economic implications of all these, you know, to the country and then to individuals, you understand, and then to the economy. Now, let us take a look at some of the implications for the nation, Nigeria. Of course, the very first one you talk about is damaged reputation. When you have a whole lot of people who are into counterfeiting and forgery, and then this is like known to the international community, definitely it's going to bring about a damaged and bad reputation to the nation. Nigerians would no longer be trusted, right from the least person even to the top most government official, and that is a sad one. It's not good for our nation at all. Now, another thing you would have is loss of foreign investment. Of course, because the trust is no longer there, people wouldn't want to come to your country to invest because obviously they know that of course things would go wrong. So people might want to take their investment to other places where it might, you know, give them real profits and all that. So now, what about weakening of the legal institutions? We do not have reported cases, or we do not see cases of top government officials who have been branded as forgers or counterfeiters, you know, being brought to book. We have so many instances, and these persons have not been brought to book, and it's a shame. So as a result of that, people no longer have confidence in the Nigerian legal system and our enforcement agency, the police, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commissions are not doing enough. They really need to do much more to ensure that both the high and the mighty are prosecuted and brought to book, to bring more credibility to the Nigerian legal and should I say security infrastructure system in Nigeria and all that. So now, what about the victim? Of course, these are not victimless crimes because obviously we have victims of forgery and counterfeits. For persons who suffer as victims, they might suffer loss of properties because someone, particularly in Abuja, this is actually going on right there. A lot of people use fake documents to acquire other people's properties. They use fake documents to acquire other people's property. They go as far as to preparing land documents to, falsely acquire other people's properties, and then when you go to court, they threaten you and stuff like that. We've actually seen instances like that. So now this can actually bring about loss of property. It could bring about loss of liberty, and then lack of trust in the legal system. People would no longer want to believe in the legal system because they feel that they might not get the justice that they deserve. So now, what about for the economy? Are there consequences or implications for the economy generally? Yes, inflationary pressures from counterfeit currencies are definitely. The economists would, better explain this. But of course, one implication is that there would be inflation. Yes. Then we also have evasion of taxes through forged documents. A whole lot of people forge tax return certificates. Understand? So in order for them to evade payment of real taxes, and then the government at the end of the day might not be able to generate enough revenues to meet up with the infrastructural and other social needs of the country, and it's a sad one. It's really a sad one. And then, like we said before, there's going to be capital flight because even Nigerians would want to go elsewhere to invest their money when the economy is no longer conducive and convenient for them to properly, invest right here in Nigeria. Yes. So now, how do you prove forgery? Assuming, okay, maybe you got somebody who forged or who counterfeited certain items or certain things. How do you prove that in court? What are some of the ingredients you need to prove? So number one, you need to first of all show that the document or the currency is false or has been altered in a way. That is, there has been some changes, or that particular thing, that document or the currency is not the actual original one. You need to first of all prove that. Then secondly, that the person you're accusing was the one who in fact made that document or that currency and in fact used it. So you need to be able to link that person to the offense. And then again, that the accused person intended to defraud. Yes. Now, so you need to show the court, say, the actual reason we make this person do this fake document or forge this currency and all that, and because say this person won't actually defraud person, and he in fact defraud the person, because you cannot say you've been defrauded when you've not actually lost anything. So if the person attempts, that's a different case. So you should be able to draw the distinction, so that in fact the person intended and did defraud as a result of the usage of the altered documents of fake currency or false documents of currency. So yes, that's that. Now, what are some of the evidences that could be used, with respect to prosecuting an offender? You understand? So now, number one, you could get an expert witness. You could get forensic documents examiners who are experts. You could get the central bank analysts who could come in to actually tell that this is a fake currency or a fake naira note, and so on and so forth. Now, in some cases, the criminal, the accused person, may confess, so you could use the person's confessional statements against the person to prove the case in court. And then what about surveillance records? Yes, you could have records which shows certain activities being carried out by the person, and then you might also have witnesses to the transaction. Obviously, they might want to conspire and collude with one or two persons, or maybe some other persons who witnessed the whole transaction. So you could get such persons to come in to testify. And then what about digital forensics? You could talk about email trace, metadata, IP tracing, how they were able to use their system to manipulate, print and so on and so forth. So these are evidences that are very, very vital for you to be able to prove your case. Now, are there punishments for these offense? Quite all right. For every law that is broken, there definitely is going to be a punishment, particularly when the law, stipulates that a particular offense is a crime. So now make we take a look at some of the punishments. Now, if you dey forge for Nigeria like this, for the criminal code, just know say you fit spend up to 14 years for prison. So just put that one for the back of your mind, so that next time when you hear anything forgery, whether not just signature or one thing or the other, just know say that thing you fit spend up to 14 years if them grab you, and if them find you guilty for courts. Now 14 years, now your name, now your next name be that. So then for counterfeiting of currency, that one just know say your life don't finish. You dey go spend the rest of your life for prison. So that one now life imprisonment. We get that one. This one now under the Counterfeit Currency Special Provisions Act. That one now stipulates the punishment. Just know say you go just go the chill out for prison with other people who did there, so that you go cool off your head, go think about your life properly. So make we dey very careful. You understand? Then other related offenses, remember we talk say if you dey commit one offense, you fit dey commit some other offenses join. So other related offenses wey dey connected to this forgery and counterfeiting, wetin be some of the punishments wey fit dey there? All the properties wey be say you don acquire over time as a result of forgery and all that, you go forfeit all of them, give the government. The government go take charge over all of them, then go take them back. Then they fit give you fines. In some places the court fit say make you pay a very huge amount of money as the fine. Then if you be public office holder, they fit ban you from that, or in fact then go just sack you. In fact, you no even fit hold public office again. So based on the matter now, make we dey try to dey very, very careful and all that. But of course, all these many talk wey we don't talk like this, you get some questions wey be say e still dey bother our mind. Man, we need to talk that one. Then you wey dey watch me now like this, now you need to answer that question. You need to give your contribution now for this point where we don't reach. So now, why e be say top politicians or government politicians and public officials they get away with forgery? Why be say the ordinary citizen na them they go jail? Why be so for inside obodo Naija? Why be say everybody know they come under the law? The big men go just look for a way to find their way out. Then the law no go punish them. But if not the small person will just do that person don't go in be that. Why be say the thing they always be like that? Then again, another thing be say all these institutions will be say we they see some of all these cases of forgery and all that. Or for example, now university will be say them know they verify all these fake certificates. We need to hold them criminally liable. If you go some universities now, you go realize say some of all these government officials or politicians or some people that fake documents, then they take gain admission, enter. These institutions now know they verify. We're not supposed to they hold them criminally liable, because that thing now don't they become a serious matter for this Nigeria. Then another thing we need to come consider be say the justice system for Nigeria, the thing they weak to dictate documents where be say them get through fraud. You understand? So is the Nigeria's justice system too weak to dictate document fraud before harm is done? Why be say it is very difficult to dictate all these documents before them can use and perpetrate the crime where be say they want perpetrate, where be say the accused person or the criminal won't perpetrate. You understand? Then another thing be say how many fake NYSC certificates they for inside our government institutions? A whole lot of politicians and all that. Most of them are fake fake documents now dem take enter that place. So how many now we go fit count? You know anyone? Dey careful if you know anyone, discreetly put am there. So based on the matter now, wetin be some of the recommendations wey we go fit make based on wetin we don dey talk so far? Number one, mandatory digitization and verification of public documents. Any public document must be digitized, and you need to verify before dem go use am. Then another thing is that we need to strengthen our interagency collaboration for this country. EFCC, police, the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, DSS, and so on and so forth. There needs to be a serious collaboration. The collaboration needs to be strengthened for us to be able to get better results. Now again, what else can we do? Establish a central document verification platform. Now only Nigeria and I will never forget this thing right. BVN come for the financial sector, again NIN come generally. So now we don't even know the one way we dey do. So we need to get a central database where be say we fit track everybody to every document where anybody want use. If you get them for that place, we know say that the document be that and so it didn't be. So there needs to be an establishment of a central document verification platform. So that platform now go to verify the document where you want use. If you know meet certain standard and criteria, then you say that in they fake. So the government needs to look that one. Then public naming and shaming of convicted forgers. All those people will be say the law don't convict, and then bring them come out, then go publicly shame them and then go name them, then go call their names out, make people know say now the kind person with them be and Wetin Dem they do be this. That one save day there. There more funding for forensic lab. We need more forensic lab, and we need forensic lab scientists. We need a lot of them. They need to train them so that those people go they specialize. The government go fund them. Their job now to they ensure say all these things they properly put in place, and we know they get forged documents and counterfeit documents every now and then for inside the streets of Nigeria. So now, based on the matter, we thank Una for being there. So I want to conclude now. Forgery and counterfeiting in Nigeria are not just about fake documents. They are systemic weapons used to commit massive frauds and manipulate power in Nigeria. If you don't know, of course, that's what it is. It is what it is, my dear. So now we get all these things from schools to the presidency. No level is immune. But until we hold everybody equally accountable, from the people who are there for street to those elite impostors, the crime will remain a gold mine for inside Nigeria. So we need to do something really serious about this before it gets out of hands. Yes. So now I want to thank you for being there. If you don't watch up to this point, now you say you don't enjoy the video, so why you never subscribe now? Yeah, go subscribe to our YouTube channel now, Soteria-Television now, or Soteria TV. Then follow us on Facebook, TJM Amwero Esquire. Then maybe you go TikTok, TJM Amwero Esquire, and also on Instagram, Soteria_TV. If you don't watch to this point, let me say if you run that package, or yeah, comment say I finished the video, comment I'm under. If I see you, I go try make I give you one or two based on the matter, and to appreciate you for watching the video to this end. So based on the matter, we'll go see you again now for our next video. Make una dey expect another power bomb. We appreciate you now. Thank you for being there.